don't want us to rant about the video game
No.
situation for another half hour?
No, deny, no. Icky! Quick recap of what happened last week. You guys finished barricading this temple that you guys were in after successfully defeating all of the cultists. In doing so, you guys got a chance to kind of unwind a bit and talk a little bit amongst yourselves. You guys attempted to speak with the leader of the cultists, though the information that you got from him was cryptic. It's probably the best word to describe it. Discovered that, yes, there are other groups out there residing in temples like these, somewhere out there. Though what their purpose is, unsure. You do know that the ritual that they were performing was to do some sort of protection. From what, also unsure. But you guys set up a makeshift camp inside this temple, locked the doors, locked any cracks to make sure nothing could get in, and then settled in for the night. In doing so, we had our shifts broken down, and the first shift was between Sidian and Ruder, who were very friendly with each other. Sidian unloaded some baggage, some much needed event session? Not really. Free therapy.
Woohoo!
But in doing so, he kind of got closer with his watchmate.
So here for it.
And found out that she does have some connection with someone that Merces was looking for, but what that connection is, unsure of at the moment. But we will begin with the end of your shift and transitioning into the second shift, which is Anger and Merces.
I guess.
Okay, I just realized I have been muting for a while. Sorry, I was muted for a good while.
No worries.
Any bits you want to recap that you had said there?
Let's see. No, just the part that I forgot because when I realized it was going to be you and her, I forgot to say, do you want to borrow the saxophone for the watch? So I kind of slipped my mind. I thought of that. Okay, so it was after the game, and I remembered, okay, so up next would have been me and Anger. I realized I should have offered to give you the saxophone that was like the horn made from, Lust. Like, because that's both proof and a very, fitting instrument.
Set the mood.
Yeah, set the mood. Also, this is proof. This is like one of our friends was holding him by the horns. The other one stabbed him in the gut, so he roared, and then I poured down this giant thing of acid down his throat and finished him off. It would have been an awesome story.
Oh, it would have been. But I think it is good.
Wonderful.
He probably would have thanked you for the offer, but no thanks.
Thanks, but no thanks. Sounds great.
Also, why do you brought that thing? Damn it.
You want me to leave something like this unguarded?
I mean, no, but...
Okay. Who better to have it? No, don't answer that. I'm the one who has it now, so that's just what's gonna stay.
Right.
I love the banter between Merces and Sidian. They feel like bros.
They're bros. It's
Yeah.
bro banter.
Yeah, no, that's kind of happened. Honestly, he misses his brother, and that's kind of he's got the same vibe from Sidian, so he's really just leaned into it.
Leaned
Very
into
nice.
bro vibes.
Very nice. But yeah, so Ruda will go over to Anger and slowly start to wake her up. Anger rises like a zombie waking from the dead. Eyes still closed, her hair kind of a mess. She sits up, lets out a big yawn, and then blinks twice to kind of open her eyes and looks around.
Sid will go, and he goes to like pat Murzus on the shoulder and then like pauses for a moment, having a flashback. I know it's not Murzus, but still, knowing that he's probably more in a trance than actually sleeping, Cyril, hey, Murzus, you awake? You able to awake?
He's gonna slowly start blinking. That's actually something I forgot to ask. Can we choose to just go to sleep and forgo like the time saver, just sleep for 8 hours?
You can.
Okay, then. Well, he's doing the trance because he's in battle mode, but it's good to have that option, just to sleep. Because there's a complete difference. Because when he's in the trance, he's lying perfectly still, like his body almost like tenses up to like he doesn't move at all. When he's sleeping, he's essentially the drooling, like hand and foot over bed, just mouth drooling, completely
dead to the world.
Yeah, he sleeps like a log. Those 8 hours, unless someone's kicking him awake, he's not getting up.
Fair.
It's your turn. And sorry, for the life of me, I'm trying to find where the shifts were. I know we had messaged somewhere.
I think I threw them in running commentary. I think I'm going to throw them in dice rolls just so that they're easier to find.
Okay. I guess they got buried in running commentary.
Yeah.
There we go.
He just wakes up.
You good? Not gonna pass out or do anything crazy?
So here's the thing. He wasn't like sitting down to meditate. He was actually just leaning on his sword like a tripod, like on the greatsword.
Oh, like standing upright?
Yeah, just
like not
upright, like eyes, not leaning against the wall, just like a little tripod, like eyes completely open, like he's staring towards the entrance, like he's waiting for something to happen. But you can clearly tell he was not. He was very much, trance. You could have, if you wanted to, kick the sword out from under him, and he would have just fallen over.
It gets the sense that that probably would be meant with hostility.
I mean, so here's the thing. How quiet do we want to be while we're doing this?
Also that too. Don't want to wake everybody up.
Yeah. We've gotten technically 2 hours, so I don't have any of my stuff yet, so I gotta wait for my next quote-unquote sleep shift, so that on my last one, I have all my stuff back.
Yep.
I'm assuming he can break up his sleep like this. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
that's like,
I'm ruling it that yes. Yes. For shifts like this, yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would have had to have switched with the next person to get a solid 4 hours.
Yeah. You good, Murzus? You. And listen, if anything happens, don't let anything happen verbally, but just wake us up, or wake me up at the very least, and we'll just figure out what needs to happen, and then if something breaks through, just don't go running off. Please don't go running off.
But you relax. Go get some sleep. And when we wake up tomorrow, and he just, gives you like the pat on the thing before he gets a little closer and whispers, "Tell me, how did it go with your new friend?"
Gonna give like a bit of a little bit of an annoyed look, but a little bit of blushing maybe in there. But
Yeah. He most definitely gave you that trying to remember the Millhouse eyebrows. That's what he gave you when he said that.
And now I'm just imagining that Fruta and Anger are having like a very similar conversation just on the other side of this room.
No, actually, you actually hear the conversation between Fruta and Anger, and it's very much Anger, you're gonna stay awake this time, right? Yeah, yes. And then if something happens, you're gonna wake us up, right? Mm-hmm. Wake you
Boy,
up.
this sounds familiar.
It's very much like going over the protocols of watch.
Protocols. God.
Though the
I'm just
entire
gonna-
time she still has her like eyes half open. Definitely not focused.
Oh, this is giving me dangerous ideas, damn it. Because here's the thing. It's great if you have company, but if you could, say, lull them to sleep, you're technically free to do whatever the fuck you want.
Merzus. Wake me up if
You can
something happens. Don't go
You can clearly see the glint in his eye. You know this glint. This is less the I'm gonna leave glint and more like, oh, I get to fuck with people glint.
That might help.
No one else is awake
That
but
to her. Should I roll insight on that glint in his eye?
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
I mean, I got a +0, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, hey, natural 1.
I was gonna say, should I roll my deception?
He's probably still teasing you about the previous night before. Or about the previous one.
There's 4 people I don't know who are asleep. There's the person I've been messing with for the last few days to try to get her to loosen up.
And then there's me.
And it's always
And hello, Hephaestus.
Hello.
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 Sorry if I missed the intro questions or whatever.
I'll post it later, and then I expect at least a 500-word response.
500
No.
word essay.
What?
No, you don't get to say no.
No, you're
Where's
fine.
Rivers?
You're fine.
So, here's the thing. We just found out anger is a lot like some of my characters with, like, having to be told not to fall asleep during watch, and there's just a very unfortunate glint in Mercedes' eyes because he's thinking, if by chance she does, why would I wake her? Sleep. You only take with 4 hours.
And Merzus,
And
I wrote
It's
down
all
on
in my
chalk
head.
on. We wrote down the shifts in chalk on the wall. Make sure you wake up people when you're watched over. You need to do that too.
2 hours. You gotta wake up Hathor.
Of course, gotta go wake up Hathor. Damn, too bad we're not near a river. It's gonna, the whole like
There's this.
water to the face thing would have been hilarious. Excellent.
No.
Excellent.
I could see Merzus doing like the whole, oh, you're on a air mattress. I'm gonna push that air mattress out to the river and just have you, wake up on the water.
No, for me, it's going to be an elaborate. What are those things called? When, like, a bunch of random bells, whistles, and things move around to do just a simple task. It's just going to be a water
Work.
that tilt over.
Yeah, I could see that.
So anyways, yes, you guys swap over to shifts. Huda starts to tuck in for the night, and Anger stands on her feet and starts to kind of shuffle around, very zombie-like, kind of aimlessly.
I'm gonna roll for Sid to see whether he casts Tiny Hut, just to avoid any
Just to be on
fuckery.
the safe side.
Okay, that's another natural 1. So no, he's not cast Tiny Hut.
Okay.
You know what? I don't have time. So he can deal with it, whatever is in the Sure, he'll. I'm sure he's not that stupid.
What was that, Merzus? It was a little choppy. I don't know. For me, it's a little clear.
Nope.
I didn't hear what
Nope.
you yeah, I hear you saying hello.
Yeah. No, I was just thinking, like, City just do the timing. Sure, he's not.
You're breaking up again. I'm so sorry. Can you guys hear him? Fine.
I heard him breaking up, yeah.
Hello.
Hey,
All
there
good?
he is. Yep.
Welcome back.
All right, let's continue.
We didn't hear what you were saying before.
No, I was just thinking that Sid is he'll risk it this time and not put up the tiny hut just to see if I won't be sure that I'm not stupid enough to do anything. With the quote unquote danger of the outside.
Yep.
So
It'll begin going to bed as well.
I'm gonna wait for these guys and I'm gonna give it at least 5 to 10 minutes. Either snoring and or stop moving completely.
Yeah, you actually don't get much from anger, other than her kind of wandering around. It's almost like she doesn't even realize that you're awake as well, Mers.
One could say she's anger.
So with that, I'm going to stealth and see if I can just make her think that she is in fact the only one awake.
Okay, go ahead and roll with advantage.
This is what I do. So 24.
Yeah, with 24, you successfully managed to kind of avoid her direct path, and it doesn't look like she's noticed you at all.
All right. And is she doing like a perimeter thing, or is she just staying out like front of the? So
No,
just
she
mobile.
is doing a perimeter thing, though it is very slow shuffle of her small feet.
Is it just the area where camp? Right.
Yeah, she's just going around this little front half here, not really going into where like the statues are or anything.
Kind of pacing back and forth.
Yeah, really she's just kind of circling the group of people that are sleeping here, and that's about it.
Okay. Then I'm going to go to the opposite side. It'd be about, speaking, so I'm roughly over here, like where the ritual chamber was.
Okay.
And I'm going to just start exploring these rooms with.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Good old investigation. Wow, that is just. Wow.
Uh-huh.
So here's the thing. My goggles, they give me advantage on this.
Uh-huh.
And I rolled a 2 and a 4. So, yeah,
Wait, with your modifier?
5.
Woo!
Wonderful.
With the
Wonderful.
5, I don't think you get much out of these rooms. They are very dusty. It's obvious that no one has been in these rooms for years. There are certain places where it looks like the weeds have kind of grown through the cobblestone at the bottom and is starting to kind of overtake the floor. Nothing really catches your interest in any of these.
Well, when in doubt, saxophone. I thought I was going to find something cool or something, but nah. I'm just going to start playing the saxophone. But I'm doing it away from everyone, so,
Gonna be some super important lore here, and we're just all rolling shit. for
Yeah, who would have
investigation.
thought this group does not have good investigation?
No.
I think you had me roll perception last time.
Also, yes.
The right people aren't rolling the right rolls.
Yeah.
So, with the old saxophone of lust, let's just start playing gentle, careless whisper.
Oh no.
How does this affect people while they're sleeping?
Assume wet dreams. We'll find out.
Well then.
Oh god, let me pull up the saxophone again.
Do you think this is like intentional that he's like trying to mess with people like specifically? Or do you think he just wants to play the saxophone and this is just the only saxophone he has?
No,
I like to play the saxophone, and this is the only one he has. What? No. What? No. This is totally not something that he's discovered he can do one of those nights when he's traveling, between them.
Yeah, that tracks.
We're showing it off to some of the tieflings over there. Turns out some of them were sleeping, and they told them about what they dreamt.
Do it.
Yeah. There's definitely been some trial and error with the saxophone, so he's more or less knows what he does.
Hold on, I gotta make some rolls.
Gotta make some. I guess. God, if we were rolling saving throws, is this wisdom or constitution?
And is it a disadvantage because you're sleeping, or an advantage because you're dreaming?
Thankfully, from where you are at, Merzis, it doesn't affect most of the party, except for Anger, who's up and walking about.
Sure, this will.
I'm telling you, she hates it.
But it doesn't look like it affects her the same way it did others. She made her save.
Is she?
You're breaking up from me again?
Hello?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Oops.
I'm not too sure if you said something.
Hello?
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 Hey.
Hold on.
Snake? Snake?
Any better?
You sound like you're
You're
underwater.
very muffled.
Fair enough.
What about now?
Still
Set up.
underwater, but we heard you.
I can't find a decent speaker to do.
Yay! I love tech issues. Tech issues are fine.
Check it out
Isn't
the bingo card.
technology great?
Whatever the tech issues, put it on your whatchamacallit.
Bingo card.
The bingo card.
Woo.
We should try to find like a new, we could make like a new
We
big
need to make a
bingo
new
card
bingo
for the new
card.
year.
We do.
New ship arrives. Let's see. I mean, tech issues, that always stays on there.
That's like the free spot in the center.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me try disconnecting with Michael.
Fingers crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Hope so. So, hey Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing.
Is that
What
a
you doing?
good doings or a
Who are you
okay
doing?
doings?
It's. I'm here.
Well, we're glad you're here. How's that?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes like on this planet.
Also, yes.
In this voice call. You're in this universe, that's for sure. Or is it?
No.
I mean, technically, if you believe in multiversal theory, you're in way more universes than this one. In fact, you are statistically not in this universe.
I mean, I will say, because I understand the whole multiverse thing, and I get how, like, the whole, infinite copies of yourself.
No, I'm just.
I'm afraid to ask, what conversation have I walked into?
Ooh, welcome back. You can hear you now.
All the choices but no consequences. But I think a cooler thing is that, like, we live in an infinite universe with finite things. So you could also have a large number of
Copy.
us, it's somewhere on the other side of the galaxy or the universe. You could have the same arrangement of atoms, make the same kind of birth, making the same kind of people, having the same kind of moment.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean,
So,
it'd be cool if, like, the universe did in fact have like that twin parallel dimensional thing that's just moving alongside, and we see it thinking it's just a reflection, not realizing, oh, it's always been its own thing. You just happen to have the perfect opposite.
Dun, dun.
Yeah.
Until one day someone accidentally puts too much pressure on a mirror, and you guys swap places, and you freak out.
well, I like the whole, like, other universe idea. What I'm trying to say is, like, our universe probably also has a large number of Michaels also doing the same stuff here.
Are they also picking my teeth? Or
Yeah, there's only a certain number of atoms that are in the universe, and there's only so many ways to combine and recombine them. There could be like 30 different Earths, all of them having the exact same thing.
I'd like to imagine that there is a version of this group that are all as powerful as Dr. Manhattan, and they're watching the collective versions of us doing different things like this.
I would change the channel.
I mean, here's the thing: you're looking at multiple channels. Like, there's a version of us doing this. There's also a version of us. We all, became rocket scientists. That's how we met. There's another version of us where we're literally street racers. There's another version of us, we're bank robbers. There's another version of us, we're just blue-collar workers working in an office.
In theory, with enough monkeys on typewriters stuff going on, you could have, our actual characters out there somewhere.
And then they're role-playing our
I don't
lives.
think that's how that works,
Dun, dun.
but...
They are. They're role-playing, and it's so immersed because they made an entire country, and no one is... Like, we're all playing civilians, not involved with anything like major or world-shaking yet. the plot hasn't kicked in yet. The DM's about to kick off World War III. Just wait.
No, that's this universe. Kidding. Hopefully.
Okay, so back to the real world.
Real world.
Back to the world, talking about this world.
Moses, you do hear first before you see footsteps coming towards you, as Anger, startled by the noise, comes walking up. She looks much more awake now that she's kind of heard something to make her get a bit on guard. But when she sees it's you, she immediately relaxes. Why are you making noise?
How far into the song has this been? Because I'm not going to stop the song until I'm finished, but I don't know how long have I been playing.
About halfway.
Okay, I'm going to continue the song until I finish, unless she's going to do something else.
No, she waits. She's looking at you very perplexed. Yeah, it's odd. She doesn't say anything else other than her first question, but she just waits for you to finish.
Alright, I finish it up, and then I gently stop, and then put the, horn saxophone to the side, and then I will greet her. Hey, thought you were doing your rounds.
I was, and then I heard noise, so I came to investigate. Why are you making noise?
Does it relax?
Does it relax, like, the enemies?
Yes.
Did you see enemies?
No.
So then what's the point?
It relaxes me, and if anyone else heard it, it might relax them too.
Relax.
You have a weird way of relaxing.
Have you never tried to relax, like with music? Great.
No. I typically tend to relax by, and she starts making the movements of stabbing things.
Oh yeah, no, I get that. That is fun.
Yeah.
But I usually
relaxing.
that's usually work for me. I like to, when I'm not working, when I'm relaxing, it's either this or there's a couple other things I also relax, but we don't have a hot tub here. Or more people.
What's a hot tub?
How about a hot spring?
Oh. Yeah, I've heard of those. I haven't been to one, but I've heard of them.
They're really nice. If we get a chance, I'll show you the one at Sutton, or if you can find one here. There might be it.
Wouldn't you boil alive though? Like when you throw fish in a pot of boiling water? Isn't that the same thing?
That's only if you put it up to really, really, really high. And the point of it is to be just under really, really, really high. So, it feels like you're going to start to cook, but you just don't. And then, you can give up and leave, but sometimes if it's cold, you don't want to leave, but you have to leave because then you get all pruny if you stay in there for too long. But sometimes you don't care and you stay in there a little longer than you should. But it's, it's usually pretty relaxing.
I'm going to be real honest with you. That doesn't sound relaxing.
Oh, it's better for when you're tired. I want you to imagine this one. There's a bunch of enemies, and you stabbed the ever-loving shit out of all of them. You won, and you killed them.
Okay.
But when you do a lot of stabbing, a lot of motion, moving around, dodging, flashing, getting that perfect shot right between the fourth and fifth rib, right in the heart. you're going to get tired. It's not something you can help unless you have like some. Oh, there's a few people who can like do it for a long, long time, but most people, even like those who are trained for it, it's going to get tired. You have to stop and rest. That's what that's for. It helps. It lets you rest better and come back, fresh. So when you get back to stabbing and slashing, dodging, the good stuff, you feel better because you're coming back at more than 100%.
Can't you just
It's
sleep?
really-
That typically does it for me. I just go to sleep, and then I wake up, and then I'm ready again. And then she starts making
You
the stabbing
are-
motions again.
You are, but I'm willing to bet you've never been more than that. Because when you sleep normally, your body got what it needed, but never more than. When you have more, it's different. When we get a chance, if we get a chance,
Sounds complicated.
it's actually super simple, and it's what helps keep a lot of people going longer. Because you know how some people can do the fighting and the stabbing and the killing, but eventually they just get tired of it?
No.
Some people do. Not everyone likes it as much as, a lot of
Like
us.
me.
But like you seem like you love it a lot. I can respect
Yeah.
that. But this helps a lot of people. And when it helps someone who already has it down, it always seems to just brighten them up, because once you get back to it, it's a good thing to help just think about what you're going to do. Because like after this, I have no idea. You think they said they wanted to go chat with Faye or something? I don't know. I want to go visit my friend's grave because I got to go check some stuff real quick. But I'm assuming there's going to be things between me and them that I have to stab or kill or sneak around. So I want to be fresh. I want to be at my best. There's not a hot spring here, so I can't do that. Don't have a partner here, so I can't do the other thing. So music is what's going to relax me.
Wait, what do you need a partner for? Don't you have partners? Or
I do,
groups?
but not for the other thing.
What's
I
the
do, but
other
not for the
thing?
other thing. Well, when you go to a brothel to spend time,
Uh-huh.
well, you don't have to be in a brothel to do that. It's usually preferred. Most people have a thing when like they do it, in public and other stuff. But it's fine. Another thing. Point is, I don't have anyone to do that here. So music, or if I find a hot spring, that'd be great. I think everyone else would really enjoy it too, because it helps. It's almost like magic. It's its own kind of magic. Just a nice hot bath. Just really gets the knot out of your body, and then you come back and you feel like you're hitting harder, you're slashing faster, and the other guys don't even come in when you take their head off. It's cool. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. The point is, I'm doing the music thing to help relax me before I go back to sleep.
I mean, I guess that's okay. I was just confused because no one's ever played music during their shift. Normally people are quiet.
It's important not to, but this music is special just because it usually tends to relax people and put them to sleep or make them do other stuff. But for the most part, it just relaxes them, helps them get better dreams sometimes. Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. But now that I have a chance, though, tell me about you. Anything interesting about you other than the fact that you like to fight and kill and you don't like it and kill those kills?
I like food. Well, I like to make food. I like to chop up meat for food. I'm really
That's
good at
fun.
it.
She likes to chop.
You want to practice some of that?
Yeah. Wait, I'm not going to be wasting anything, am I? Because I got
No.
in trouble last time for wasting food.
No. Let me double check what I got in the old bag, just to double check. Because I've got a few things. Yeah, I got a couple of days in here as well. Yeah, okay. So we're going to prepare this, and we'll have it ready so it's breakfast tomorrow. We're going to cook it. I've got some meat. This, I normally thin it out just to make my own kind of jerky stuff, but you can also just cook it in the morning like it's bacon, and you can usually have it along with whatever else you have to eat.
Okay, yeah, I could do that. So just the thin cuts of this then, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I take it out. I take out a few little daggers for her, and let her proceed.
And she goes at it. And even though her movements are kind of a bit jerky and a little wild in nature, the cuts are actually relatively clean cuts. She is very
good.
skilled with the dagger. Is this the way that it was supposed to be?
It's any way you'd want it to be. That's the fun thing about doing this yourself. You get to decide if it's right or not. That's what makes it fun. But it only works when it's your cut of meat. When you're using someone else's, you usually have to listen to them, how they want to do it. If they want it big or thin or in cubes or fried up a special way or something. But when it's yours, when you buy it yourself or you hunt it yourself, you could decide if, hey, you know what, I'm going to make this super small and diced up or thin or however you want to make it.
I don't think I've ever had anyone tell me how to cook my meat, except for Eurus. Eurus isn't a big meat person.
Not everyone is. Some people like, little to no meat. Some don't like any at all for some reason. That means more meat for us, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
It also sometimes means that they'll take the vegetables, because I like some vegetables, I just don't like others. And sometimes I'll trade with them their vegetables for the meat that they don't want, and then I get more meat and they get more vegetables and everyone's happy.
Yeah. You see her face actually scrunch up at the mention of vegetables.
Yeah, see? Less vegetables for us, more meat.
Yeah, that's why I like traveling with Eurus. I mean, there's other reasons, but a good reason is because she eats all the vegetables. And then I get all the meat.
Yeah. That's a good part of it. You got something good.
Yeah.
Alright. And let me show you. Now, here's a few herbs that I just started taking out a small bundle of herbs that I just show her to dry, ground, and use as seasoning. These will just make it taste really good next time when we cook them.
Huh. Okay. And she'll kind of examine the herbs, sniff them a bit. There's a couple of them that she'll
There's the equivalent of rosemary, thyme, and cilantro here.
Yeah, there's a couple of them where she plucks the leaves off of the stems and kind of eats them as is. Huh. These are good. Okay. And then if I do this, and then you see her kind of start to mess with them and crush some of them up in her hand.
Yeah, do your own thing. Got it. You have to learn, so it's better to experiment.
Yeah. And she is wildly going at these herbs and seasoning this meat.
I'm going to be so sad if while we're doing this, technically all in the back ritual room, something has broken through the front, has killed all of you guys.
Yeah, that is entirely possible.
Because we've been in the back here for a good bit.
Yeah. Moses, how long do you think you and Anger will stay back there prepping for tomorrow's meal?
This won't last more than an hour. The song itself was just that one song, so after we finish with the hour, we'll probably... I will ask if she wants to learn how to play, because I have more than one instrument on me.
She will look confused.
So, we're not going to do it. Making noise usually makes people happy, and sometimes it can freak out an enemy, and that's always good to catch them off guard. Because I won't lie, one time I was going to get into a fight, but before I did that, I pulled out a harmonica, and I just started playing it before the fight, and it really freaked them out. But it might have been more because I said I was dedicating this song to his soon-to-be widowed wife. But you know.
Anger giggles at that. Okay, but maybe not the thing that you were playing earlier that looked weird and hard.
Like I said, relax this week. But it's fine. You know, we can do the music thing when everyone's up and, you know, later in the morning. But right now, another hour of, you know, waiting to see if anything happens. Is there anything you want to do while we're, you know, on watch?
I don't think so. Normally I just watch. Sometimes I'll sharpen my daggers.
Do you want to pop open the other caskets in this place to see if there's anything inside that's, you know, interesting?
I probably shouldn't. I got in trouble last time for messing with things that I shouldn't be messing with during watch, and I feel like this is something that I shouldn't be messing with during watch.
What if I mess with it and you're just, you know, there?
Oh, and then I just watch, because then I'm watching, like I'm supposed to do on watch. Yeah.
There you go. And he just snaps his finger and points. There we go. Okay. So I think that's what we're going to do for the rest of the watch, is just crack open the other tombs or anything else we can find before we, you know, we end the watch. And actually, let me roll to see if we remember, if we don't go past the 2 hours and, you know, not wake up the other things. Question.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Does anger remember how much time we're supposed to wait before we wake the others up?
Good question.
Because I just rolled to see if I was going to remember, you know, like internal clock, okay, 2 hours and I wake up the next person. I rolled a 5.
Yeah, that tracks.
So there's a good chance.
I just rolled. Yes, she does.
Okay. I was about to
I
say,
think that was
I might add another 30 minutes.
That was probably one of the things that Huda kind of reminded her about as they were transitioning. Just 2 hours. 2 hours. And then you have to wake up Meg.
And all of this is internal clocks, people. We don't have stopwatches or anything like that. This all has to be, you know, you gotta feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and start opening up some caskets. And
Do we get attacked by zombies?
Only a little.
No. Just a little bit. No, versus as you're opening up these caskets, there's not a lot in these caskets. I'd probably say you probably got to the back 2. Probably this one here in this room, and then this one up here in this room over here.
Okay.
But, again, not a lot. These caskets are very old. The bodies in them are way past the point of decomposition and have actually started to almost turn into dust. Nothing really of value on these bodies. They are dressed in pretty common clothing. So you get the idea that these people probably weren't any people of note. And they weren't really buried with any objects of any sort.
2 copper for each one of the ones I did, and I guess we'll call it a night.
Okay. And Moses, as you are closing up, are you closing up the caskets after you open them?
Yes.
Perfect. Moses, as you are closing up the last casket, you look over and you see Anger kind of freeze and perk up.
What's up?
And for the first time in this watch, he actually looks very alert. Do you feel that?
I stop very quickly and I just start to. Will this be a perception check? Or,
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
oh boy, here we go. Come on, big money, no whammies, no whammies. Perception. That's pretty decent, actually. Oh shit! And I have advantage with the goggles.
Nice.
First one was better. 23.
Perfect. With the 23, you kind of stop and take in your surroundings, trying to see what it is that anger is referring to, and then you feel it. It's these small tremors that are kind of going through the ground, and then you hear these big, heavy kind of stomps coming closer to you.
It's not time for us to switch out yet, though, is it?
No.
Because if it is, then this is going to be someone else's problem. Okay.
It's probably closer to the end of your watch. I would probably say you have 30 minutes until you have to switch out.
I do, in fact, hear that. Do you think that they're getting closer or moving away? I'm going to wait till I hear it one more, see if it's getting closer.
You keep a lookout and you keep listening, and you do hear it getting closer. And
I
you
look
start
so
to
angry.
you realize that it's multiple kind of thuds at once.
Okay, this is something everyone needs to be alert for, but not necessarily loud for. Angry.
Right.
Let's go wake him up quietly. And I dash for the rest of them, but trying to do so quietly.
Anger follows you and goes over to her party and starts to kind of wake them up. And everyone kind of jolts and goes, what's going on?
Sid, you're the first one up. It's the usual college roommate wake up.
Are you doing like the kind of shaking the shoulder, like, "Hey, wake up, man"?
Yeah. Hey, wake up, wake up. I'm assuming you have a gun underneath your pillow or something.
Let me roll for it. No, actually, no. He does not have. He has it still in the holster beside him, but not under a pillow or anything. He will kind of ask, "Oh, morning already?"
No, we heard something. Get ready, but get quiet. And I will then move over to. Where are you? Like also next to him on the side? Are you with the girls? Where are you at?
Yeah, she's snoozing, just kind of over here by the coffins. If this is like a bit of a platform, then she'll use that as like her pillow, kind of.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing for Sid.
Trying to be
legs out.
comfortable.
Oh, this is all stone,
like a
guys.
tag.
You know what? Whatever works.
Oh yeah, I'll try and wake you up, but just a little bit gentler because I don't know what your response is to being woken up like this. So I'm halfway ready to like jump backwards. Evasion is ready.
You know what? Let me roll. Yeah, she's gonna wake up slowly. Like the first shake, she might be like, like no. And then by the second one, she'll open one eye, and then she'll sit up a bit. It's my turn then, I assume?
No, we have movement, so we'll see if it turns something more.
Yes, but actually no.
You still technically had another 30 minutes, but let's see if whatever this is passes us by. I'm sorry if I disturb any pleasant dreams.
No. Nothing but fragments anyways.
Hey, were you playing
And
that
not
set?
so pleasant dreams.
Remind me later. I got to show you this neat trick with my instrument.
Oh? What kind of instrument do you play?
Later.
Now that
It's called the saxophone.
I feel like that might be how he pronounces it.
That sounds perfect.
Anchor will go over to Fruta first and wake her up, and you hear kind of whispers of, I think they're here.
Oh,
and
poop.
Fruta
Shit.
kind of sits up really quickly, startled awake. And then she'll kind of pause and try to listen as well, before going over to you, Eurus, to wake you up. And Anger will go over to Meg to wake her up.
Well, Eurus is kind of leaned against the stairs, if you will, sitting in a sort of sitting position, sleeping. So when she does wake her up, she does get up very quickly and at the ready, but silently as possible.
Yeah, you will also get the phrase of, they're coming. Be ready. We should be safe, but just in case.
Ooh.
Who is they? Just, guy who doesn't know.
If I could have all of you guys roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Okay.
I'm assuming we don't get a chance to ask questions. Oh, it's actually not too bad.
Well, that was a
17 plus
10.
0, 17.
Maybe I should switch the appropriate color of dice for Hathor.
Jesus. But I had advantage. That first one was a 1.
I got a 23.
Perfect.
23 as well.
Perfect. So everyone, including you, Hathor, because this is a relatively low DC, will hear those stomps again, kind of getting closer. But along with that, you guys also hear.
That literally scared the crap out of me for a second. I was not
For
expecting
a
it to
second,
sound like that.
I thought, like, wait, is your dog
Mixed.
just, joining us?
You guys hear this growling coming from outside. And it's coming from both sides of this building. As these stomps kind of go down both lengths.
Yee.
Oh, great.
Can they smell us? He
What
said
is
we'll
it?
say in a hush.
Hathor's gonna ask, what are they?
They're the dogs. And there's
Oh.
that's all you hear from Ruda before she puts her finger up to her mouth in a quick, like, silence motion.
Quick question, DM. Would I know anything about this?
You would not.
I remember, it didn't mention any time, it said something about used to feed her children when I was escaping the facility. But I don't know if it mentioned anything specific about them.
Let me dog.
No, you would not know anything about that.
Okay, the dots haven't lined up yet, but we're getting there.
I do know about this, right?
Yes.
I probably don't know about these dogs.
No.
Oh, it's a good thing you don't, believe me.
Well,
We
maybe I
know-
should know.
Would our just to cover this again, would we know about what the information in the Sins channel? Would our characters be aware of that? Or is that out of...
Yes, you guys would know about the information in the SIDS channel.
Okay.
Just imagine it's two, like, just mangy looking chihuahuas outside.
The only dog that deserves to be called a hellhound.
Yes.
Now here's
Listen,
the thing:
the only
someone
dog
took a
that's ever
chihuahua.
been mean to me nipped me in the nose twice, and it was a chihuahua.
That tracks. Oh God, what if someone? That's what these are. Someone just hit them with double and large and just made 2 giant chihuahuas.
Oh,
They
I
would
hope they
be-
do, because they will get crushed under their own weight. Crystal, please tell me that happens.
No.
This is a fantasy world. Not everything's going to be 1-to-1.
But yeah, you guys are waiting in this temple as you hear these beasts kind of make their way around. And you see all of the girls kind of pause for a second as the sound of the stomps stop. And there's this very loud sniffing sound. And for a moment, you see Anger kind of reach for her daggers. And you see May kind of grasp the hilt of her sword. And it is tense. But then after a second, the stomping continues. As the sounds of these footsteps walk past the temple and away from you guys.
Ooh.
Did everyone else's butthole clench? Because I felt like
You were not alone.
Here's the fun thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering in my head, did they come here because they could smell like the horn of lust? Was that what what drew them here? Maybe.
I mean, you guys did also just cook meat.
no.
You
Okay,
didn't
yes.
cook it.
Okay.
Oh, they didn't cook it. That's right.
We
That's right.
prepared it.
Okay. You know, more so than the smell of the horn, maybe, I don't know, the sound that you made with it.
Listen, Versus,
Nah.
your horn,
Like,
your
I don't-
large horn is very impressive, but I don't think it's going to bring all the boys to the yard.
At least
I
not
take that
None
as
of
a
them,
challenge.
None of them, actually.
to be-
Absolutely none of them.
You made a whole bunch of
Oh.
noise and then opened up fresh meat in gluttony.
Yeah, Hathor's going to look to our friends.
You know, it doesn't know this.
What were those? Do they come around here often?
No. Ruta kind of shakes her head, and you see everyone kind of relax after a second once the footsteps go away from the temple. No, not often. They roam around Gula. They're
At night, or
Yes.
all the time.
at
Are they
night.
the reason people don't
Yes.
travel at night?
Yes, they're attracted to the smell of flesh. They're We don't know why, but there's safety in hiding out in temples or religious buildings.
Right.
It's as if they don't register the buildings at all.
And we use divine sense. This place is still technically consecrated, right?
Yes.
It might be that the consecrated, they can't really detect anything within them. Or it messes with their ability to, sniff someone out.
Maybe.
Do they back after they've investigated a spot, or do they roam?
They tend to roam. There is an endless supply of flesh for them to consume in Gula, especially with the disease going around.
Disease.
So they would just as easily attack us as they would anyone who's getting in turn.
Yes.
Oh, so they eat zombies. Cool.
That's one way to clean them up, yeah.
All right.
I
Well, as
think
much as
I think Eurus kind of just takes a sigh and then immediately goes back down to sitting down and then going back to sleep. 'Cause,
All right, we only had like 10 20 minutes left. Does anyone want to just switch?
I'll take over from here. Did we get a long rest, or is it short rest between our watches?
It is no rest yet until the end of the watches.
Oh, okay.
Once it's finished, get all this stuff back.
Yes.
Okay, that makes
That-
sense.
Live to chit chat times with use. I need
And you
those.
see Anger just kind of share a look with Meg, and then Meg just lets out a sigh and nods her head. And then Anger gleefully lets out a small little cheer of excitement, and then curls up into a ball on the floor and starts to go to bed.
And I will immediately just go through my pack because I believe I have camping supplies. I am not doing the fucking hard ground thing. Fuck that. Yeah, no, I got it here. Camping supplies. Time to close that thing. I'm going to enter inventory. Yeah. Okay. With this, that's okay. I'm going to use 2 daggers, and I'm going to make a makeshift hammock using my bedroll to go to sleep on.
As you
Okay.
do. Are you going to sleep or meditating?
Sleep meditating. I'm not meditating like there's, just I'm
It's
gonna
like
I'm gonna be.
Cozy. Cozy.
it's like one notch above regular sleep, but one notch down before death.
All right.
Okay.
Sid will actually take a moment and he's going to ritual cast Tiny Hut.
Okay.
It's a little bit more paranoid this time.
Yeah, no, that's
It's like
fair.
a cat with a box. He's got to be in his container.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Do you invite anyone into your tiny hut, or is it Sid's personal tiny hut?
Oh, invite your
Does he
new
tell anyone?
friend.
Because it takes 10 minutes. If no one else notices, only the people on watch are going to notice. Oh, he's making it now.
I think Sid, it does like occur to him, but I think enough people are like already. I assume, I mean, Mirza, he's setting up his hammock, and Bruda, does she fall asleep pretty quickly?
She does lay back down, yes.
Okay, just lay back down. I think they're also not there yet. I don't think, so I think he's just gonna, unless
Sid's
anybody
personal
asks.
tiny hut.
Sid's personal tiny hut. Sidian's tiny hut.
Okay, so everyone gets ready for next watch. May gets up and gives a big stretch, and you hear like her back pop and crack as she stretches it out.
Ooh, same
Ugh.
girl.
And then she looks around and tries to get a head count of who's still awake.
I've wrapped myself in the hammock like a burrito, and I'm technically hanging upside down.
Hathor is just up and stretching, and kind of just softly patting around the temple. She's taken off her shoes so they don't make any noise for those who are sleeping.
Okay. Seeing that you're the only one still awake, Hathor, she will kind of take to patrolling the other side of the temple. Not in the back, but above where these caskets are. Just kind of going back and forth here around everyone sleeping.
Okay.
She is also surprisingly quiet for someone of her size.
Let's see. I guess I could do some exploring while on the watch. I guess since this is a temple, it would be interesting to see if there's any tomes, any passages or passageways, any writing or symbols. I know that we've gone over that this is a temple to the wrong god of death, but I don't know, just looking for interesting or notable details.
Cool. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Alright, that's a 16 plus nothing. 16.
It's fine. With a 16, you actually notice something that catches your eye. And it's around this general section here where you have these statues in place. Most of them are covered in some sort of dust or grime, but there's one statue that looks relatively clean. It's this one here.
Okay. Well, if it's been cleaned, is there any indication of like worship? Are there like candles or flowers around it?
No. The floor around it's actually pretty bare.
Okay. Then I wonder if there's a trigger on it or something, or a handle. What if it opens up anything? Or what does it depict, I guess?
This statue is, what's the best? It is a long figure dressed in a flowing robe. And at the very top is this pristine white human skull.
Okay.
So
representation of death itself? Personified? So not necessarily a god of death, but maybe just death as a concept? Or is it something more? Should I roll a history or religion check?
Go ahead and roll me a religion check. And
Okay.
while we're at it, roll me one more investigation check.
Okay. Come here. Alright. Investigation was 9 and religion was 15.
Perfect. Investigation, I don't think it gets you much more details in regards to the statue, but with a 15, there's, as you're looking at this statue of this figure, something kind of clicks in you. And you think it might be the way that this white skull is kind of framed by this flowing cloak. The hood behind him almost looks like a triangle instead of a normal curved hood. And that kind of sparks a light bulb in your mind, and you recall this being a symbol for the god Merkel.
Merkel?
Yes.
Ah. Okay.
You recall him being a god of the dead.
Okay. Huh. What the heck were they doing here? They were doing a ritual, trying to stay safe from something. But does Merkel accept sacrifices? Huh. Not quite sure what to make of all that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Ah, okay. Then, I think I'm gonna talk to my shift mate here. Ask her, are you familiar with the cult? that we apparently slew. How have they been a particular menace about? How long have you been fighting them?
That is a lot of questions.
Well, to start, how long have you been fighting them?
I have been fighting them for the last 6 months.
So they've been about for a while.
Correct. However, these cults are not all the same.
There are more?
Yes, something about Gula brings in those obsessed. Everyone is looking for protection, or power, or wealth. They're all looking for something. And so they pray to these deities to grant them these blessings, not knowing what it truly costs. Except now, these cultists have all kind of ran wild.
See.
You'll see her kind of turn her head and spit at the floor. These cultists can all burn in hell.
Cultists are often just misguided. Not all of them, not all members at least, are wicked.
And her eyes narrow at that. No. They are all evil. All in it for their selfish desires.
What makes you so sure of that?
You see her kind of harden her face a little bit. Cultists killed my family, and many others. They have destroyed countless lives.
As I said, many of them are simply misguided. And with enough charisma, enough charm, enough authority, anyone can be convinced to do anything.
To
Simply
kill
a matter.
another. These cultists are weak-minded. They are a threat to society. To anyone who crosses their paths. And they all need to be exterminated.
What of the simple, lowest members of the cults? They're drawn into them for some reason, usually out of fear.
And they offer their support and their arms to the cause.
And in return they hope to obtain something. And oftentimes for the very lowest member, it's simply not to starve. It can be to belong, to have meaning, to have purpose. Very often it's when you get higher and higher up the ladder, that's where the problems really arise.
What good is meaning and purpose when it comes at the lives of others? They chose their path. I am here to make sure that they pay for their choice.
How many are you willing to kill?
However many it takes to free the world of these scum.
So even a desperate family, you would kill them at the highest or at the lowest rung of a cult, just because they're in one.
Because they chose to sacrifice their morals to support a selfish organization. A group of people that trample on the lives of the innocent. There is no good cult, and there are no good cultists.
Not even those who wish to reform?
No.
Then you must want nothing to do with... Never mind. Hathor's gonna turn and walk away. She's gonna distance herself to one of the back corners of the temple.
Yeah, this half-orc just lets you go. She stays up in the front and kind of paces around. Do you do anything else during your watch, Hathor?
Just... She's gonna sit in contemplation, and I think in the very back, she is going to light some incense and pray to Kalembor with a few tears in her eyes.
Cultist incense?
Delicious. Hathor, as you are praying, it gets closer to the end of the watch, and you start to feel something unnatural. You start to feel hungry.
Ooh, the midnight grumblies.
Yeah.
Everybody got bitten the first few episodes.
The grumblies that only hands can satisfy.
Yeah, you start to feel very hungry. You could definitely do with a midnight snack right now.
Maybe some meat?
And meat sounds delicious.
Maybe some
There
pork?
happens to be some meat that is, I think we just left it out, just waiting until we cook it in the morning, but it's out there.
Ooh, maybe I'll go steal a Slim Jim that.
Anger is going to be so angry when she sees somebody nibbled on her stuff.
Do you take some of the
Did you
prepared
just say Slim Jim?
Yes. just a little sliver, a little Slim Jim size.
I would really
Slim
like...
Jims.
I would really laugh, like truly die of laughing, if we all get cured by a Snickers. If you all get cured by a Snickers. Because you're not you when you're hungry.
That was a
Well,
cure.
if it's
How
like
did
a
you know?
magical,
If
if it's like a magical
Even create a
ambrosia
cure.
cake prepared by the gods, heck yeah.
That's it, the cure for whatever this is has to be a Snickers now.
You're not you when you're hungry. But
Not
yeah,
you.
Hathor will try to swipe a piece of meat.
Okay.
Kind of gleeking, just like the major grumblies, not holding anything back.
Okay. As you grab a piece of this meat, you go and start to cook it because this meat is raw. You go to cook it and prepare it, and you see Meg just kind of eyeing you curiously. But she doesn't say anything. But yeah, you cook up this meat and you eat it, and it doesn't do much to resolve your hunger.
Dang it.
It's almost like you're cursed or something.
Yeah.
It's
Fancy
that
that.
horrible curse where you
Yeah.
ate a burger but you realize you were hungry for pizza.
Hmm.
Oh, damn! God, that's worse than your hot pocket being burning hot on the outside and then a solid brick of ice on the inside.
Yeah, I'm still feeling hungry. She's gonna
That fucking prank.
try to ignore the hunger and like just chug a bunch of water to fill her stomach up, and then sit by the fire till the end of her watch and kind of nibble on her thumbnail just to try to ignore the hunger.
Okay. You sit there, and yes, this hunger is still kind of there. Not to the point of it being maddening or anything along those lines, but you do feel it. It's almost as if you hadn't eaten anything all day.
Mm.
But you go and you finish your shift.
Cool. Let's see. Who's in the next shift? Let's see. So, Iris and Merzus.
So
Ow.
Eurus, May goes over and starts to wake you up for your shift.
Would Meg tell me about her observations of
Late night munchies.
Hathor? Yeah.
No.
Okay. But all right.
What about being a cult sympathizer?
No.
Communist. One of the people here is a communist.
No,
She wants to
Hathor.
abolish private property.
Hathor, how do you want to wake up Merzus for his shift? Because he's currently wrapped around in a makeshift hammock. And it doesn't look like the two daggers that are holding the either side up. Wouldn't take much to, undo one of them.
Oh, let me see how ornery she's
what the
feeling
fuck?
right now, because she does have an ornery streak in her. Yeah, know what? That's a nat 20. She is gonna smirk and checking out your banana hammock configuration here. She will.
There's got to
Take
be a
one of
better way of saying that.
She'll take one of the daggers and let it fall.
For a split second, I thought you were going to grab one of the edges and just spin him until he wakes up.
Oh,
No,
okay,
funny.
Tom and Jerry.
And then Merzus, in your trance state, I don't think you can react.
I can't, but assuming that I finished my full works for those 4 hours,
Yes.
and I get everything back. Yes, full power.
Ooh, full power.
oh, power.
Now let's see how badly I'm tangled in this blanket.
You do feel. Are you going at the head side, Hathor, or the feet side?
She's going at the head side, so he's kind of like dangling from his feet.
So would this be a dex save of any kind, or am I just...
Roll me a dex save at disadvantage.
Alrighty then, come on. Die. Fuck. Yes, first one. Oh, wow. That's just... So a 9 and then an 8. So for dexterity, let's see what the plus is. You said dexterity save?
Yes, please.
Okay, so lowest was an 8, plus 7, thank goodness in a row, and 15.
Okay. I think with a 15, Merzus, you do feel the support on your upper body kind of give way as Hathor removes this dagger. And you feel yourself kind of swing downwards. And just as you're about to collide with this floor, you kind of brace yourself and position yourself to where it's your arm and your shoulder that hit first, and kind of soften the blow so that way you're not ramming your head onto this cobblestone floor.
Let's see if I do the trick to get out of this. Hey, that's something I'm willing to waste the nat 20 on because fuck, why not? I
Nice.
actually don't try to like untangle myself. I instead do like a worm/snake slither just out of my hammock, where I stand up. Because why the hell not? Why the hell not?
Slithering.
Yeah, just a snake slither out of my hammock. It's weird because I was very much tangled and I just slipped out and then I just stand up. Dust
That is
myself off.
just. There is like. Are you trying to look evil?
A little, yeah.
Eurus, you see all of this go down, by the way.
Like it's a weird kind of thing because he's using his forearms to just grab things and like it's too smooth how he just like lift himself up and just stood himself completely up like he was in fact a snake. It's weird.
I will say that Eurus, to get somewhat more comfortable, had removed the thicker robes around herself. So now it's more just like wrap. You still can't see anything, but it's just more wraps and then her faceplate. But I mean, you do see her kind of stare at Hathor for a bit while this is happening. Like, what the fuck are you doing with these guys? And then another look of, what the fuck am I doing with these guys?
Hathor, she'll have her arms crossed with the dagger like held between two fingers, watching Mercedes just stand up, and then she'll extend her hand, passing the dagger back to him. Good morning.
Is it morning? I know we got like 2 hours left.
You do. But I'm just saying, oh, good morning.
Oh, good morning. Nice one, by the way.
Thanks. Didn't work out quite as I expected, though. I was hoping that you might hit your head lightly. Just for fun.
Okay, well, for that, and this, like, for next time, like, he kind of, like, leans in and, like, whispers conspiratorially, just aim for my head, because I was technically really wrapped up in there, so I couldn't really move my arms to keep myself shielded. You know, if you want to do this across the head thing.
And she'll just lean in with her jewelry kind of tinkling as she leans in. That would have been too easy, you see.
I mean, if you want to challenge yourself, but when the easy picking's there, no one says that's not a win.
True.
Alright, just saying. And he hasn't noticed yet, but his the hood for the like mask he's been wearing this whole time has slowly loosened, so he's starting to show his face.
Hmm.
So Eurus, you see Mercedes for the first time, face and all. And there is an image of this drow standing before you now.
Whoa. Don't know if I would have had any experience with drow.
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
That's a 19. No, sorry, that's that's a 19.
Oh boy.
So drow are pretty common in Gula. However, most of them are centered up in the north, primarily around his family, his mom, Vansky, who you recall as being kind of a pain to deal with. She's someone that has constantly gone against Faye and what Faye's been trying to do in Gula to make it better. From your memories, Vansky is someone often described as selfish and power hungry. And most of the drows that you meet in Gula are either working for Vansky or are indebted to her for some reason. You haven't met many drow that are on your side.
Okay. I'm going to assume because she is a loner, she must have fought her fair share of drow as well.
Correct.
She'll just kind of cock her head. She won't say anything. She'll just cross her arms. And then she'll just walk away very, very briskly, just kind of to do her perimeter check. She's apprehensive.
Nother, you took in for the night, and it is just Merzus and Eurus awake now.
All right.
While she's walking around, does she see the cooking area that Hathor had left?
No. I don't think you see the cooking area so much because I think Hathor literally just cooked the meat and ate it. Not much of prep because that was all done by Anger and Merzus. And since you weren't there initially, I don't think you would realize that meat was missing.
Okay, fair. Throughout, I would say like the first 30 minutes that they're walking around. I don't know.
He's not walking. He's. I was gonna ask, are you doing like a full perimeter, like just their area, or the whole temple?
Kind of. Not. I wouldn't say walking the entire perimeter, just from the points of ingress, the points that they would be able to get into. Do you know what I mean?
Front and the back.
Pretty much.
All right. He's going to be in the back, and he's going to be practicing with his new greatsword that you can easily tell is too heavy. He is not used to training with the heavier type of weapons. Using daggers and rapiers before, this is not.
Would I recognize that sword? Would I recognize that?
No. You would recognize it as that is the sword that this cultist leader was wielding. But I don't think you'd recognize it anywhere else outside of that.
Very well. She kind of just stands there for a little bit as she sees him struggling to bring this up. She's just... And, God, give me 1 second. I have to roll. What if I hit 100?
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. I'm fine?
You explode.
Oh, my God.
Boom. No, you're fine.
Okay. She kind of...
Actually, you become two people.
Oh, that would be awful. You would hate that. She just kind of, once again, crosses her arms and just... What the hell are you doing?
Is she saying that to me, or is that just, do I hear that somewhere else?
No, she's saying that to you.
How close?
What?
How close?
Let's see. Sorry, I have a hard time moving my character. Give me 1 second. Probably right there by the stairs.
Okay, I'm just freaking measuring how far. Oh.
I'm sorry.
So,
What?
in like a quick, no, I was just measuring. So in a quick, like 10 to 15 foot radius, he's moving around and swinging this sword. As I said, in a very he's trying to use a style format that's not meant for great swords. So you can obviously tell how much of a train wreck this would be in an actual fight.
She's still asking you like, what the hell are you doing?
Practice.
If you said something, Marcus, I did not hear you.
Yeah.
Nope.
There, go.
Sorry. Okay, then it was. So it was that thing. Okay, he's practicing. He says, practicing.
She doesn't walk over, but she just kind of like shifts her weight. I think you'd need to be about 80 pounds heavier to wield that properly.
Marcus, can you roll me a quick wisdom save, please?
Or wisdom. That's a thing I have. Sure, this will be fine. This will be totally mother. Okay. 7. 6 plus 1. 11.
Perfect, Marcus. As you are swinging the sword around, your eyes kind of glance over at Eurus, and seeing her figure, there's something that tugs at your mind. And then you hear a voice.
God damn it. Oh, god damn it, I was afraid of this.
And it's interesting because the voice, normally they seem to be giving you snippets of talk or trying to speak through you at whatever is going around them, but this one seems as if it's just reciting something again, and it kind of repeats this on a loop, but you hear it start to say, "In the frigid dawn, the east wind cries, tears frozen in time, lost to the skies."
Okay,
So he's,
either Mers is exploded or he fucked up his Discord call.
What?
I don't know. I'm hearing that when you talk, Crystal.
I think that was intentional.
That was intentional.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was making sure. Got that lead.
I will write to you
Okay.
what it said again.
Cool. Let me roll to see how he takes this. Don't think it's going to be well. Let's see. Do another wisdom save, because he's good at those. So that was a so that was a 3 for that one. I'm gonna just look at my languages. Hey, what languages does your character? Actually, no. Does your character know Celestial, Draconic, Elvish, or Primal, or Thieves' Cant?
Sorry, mine?
Yeah.
I know Abyssal, Common, Infernal, and Undercommon.
Okay, so the only one you got was Common with me,
Okay.
unless you know Thieves' Cant for some reason.
I don't know. Would you know Undercommon? Having been from Gula?
It's possibly I may have opted out and like traded it in for Thieves' Cant because they're like, I'll substitute that with Thieves' Cant for my elective. I'll be fine. But yeah, so in Common, because he's actually repeating it in each of his languages, because he more or less, the sword gets stuck in the ground, he's holding onto it barely, and he's kneeling while he's reciting these words again in a few languages that I don't think understand until he starts speaking Common. whispering, in the frigid dawn, the eastern wind cries, frozen tears in time, lost to the skies. And then he'll say it in 2 more languages that you don't understand.
I think hearing these words, she'll kind of, her hands drop to her sides, and she just says, or she just asks, who told you that story?
Do I still hear the repeated in my head, or has it started to like go back into the back of my mind, or is it still persistent?
It is still going. And now you actually hear a different part.
Oh boy.
You hear kind of the next couple lines. A haunting melody fills the air, echoes of longing, a silent prayer.
And one more. Wow, that's a 2. So again, in each of his known tongues he speaks, he starts reciting. And the order is still celestial, then in common, then in draconic, then in elvish, then in primordial, then in thieves' cant. A haunting melody fills the air, echoes of longing, a silent prayer.
I think she gets more. Her voice is definitely more curious, maybe a little bit of fear, as she asks, where did you hear that story? And she does move in closer. I'm assuming you're not swinging your sword anymore.
No, he's currently, he's kind of like stuck it into the ground as he's kneeling in front of it. And this is what he just, because you can see him holding his head with one of his hands, the other one's holding onto the sword, and he looks like he's just a really bad brain freeze, but, you know, he's speaking in multiple tongues.
I guess she doesn't really know if you're in pain just because she sees you kind of in this weird position. Doesn't really know you. But
this is just my average Tuesday.
She does get closer and tries to, almost like she's trying to put a hand out on your shoulder. Though I would say her other hand does look cautious, almost like she's going to summon a spear if needed.
Mercedes, one more wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I rolled 2 of these on my own and they were trash. So, 8.
Mercedes, you see out of the corner of your eye this shadowy figure reaching out towards Eurus. And it's not in a threatening or a hostile type of manner. It's almost as if the shadowy figure is longing to reach out and touch her.
Like left or right side?
It'll be on your right side.
And that's where my eyesight is currently at, just to the right of her when she's reaching out to me, like I'm looking at someone next to you.
I guess.
And Mercedes, you hear one final phrase in your mind, just as the shadowy figure, from your viewpoint, touches Eurus. You just hear her go, "My daughter."
Once more. Jesus, that was a fucking 5. Yeah, no, again, in every language he knows, starting in Celestial, then in Common, then Draconic, Elvish, Primordial, and Thieves' Cant, he repeats the word, my daughter. He's doing this, but he's looking to the right of you, like he's looking at someone.
I think she'll kind of look back at or behind her, seeing this gaze, pulling her hand back, and she doesn't see anyone there, right?
Correct. You don't see anything.
Question. You can see his face now, right? The scar with his left eye.
Yes.
Yeah. That eye would color his memory. So I have no idea if you'd even recognize it at all, though. But it's there.
I'm not sure if I would recognize it. Should I roll another history check?
Go ahead and roll me another history check.
Come on, roll a 100 on a d20.
What about a 14?
I don't think you recognize it, but it does feel familiar. As you stare into the eye, it's the same shade, and it almost brings you a sense of comfort.
You know the phrase, the eye is the window to the soul?
Versus, where are your eyes?
I'm swapping them out with other people's. Mine are long gone, bro.
Oh my god. During his, I guess, vulnerable state, does she notice his injury?
You gotta be
Which
more
one?
specific.
The bite.
No.
Okay.
I've already healed myself of a few of those, so there might be a scar or something left, but it's more or less gone. Affected, though.
Oh, very nice. All right, well, she'll turn back, and going against her instincts, mind you, she'll go towards you and ask you if you're okay, kind of lending a hand to help you.
He is still very much out of it, so he takes the hand, not completely registering that it's you doing it. Or he shakes himself off and goes, "Oh, just another one of those episodes."
She's really bad at being with other people. She doesn't really know how to handle this situation, so she just kind of awkwardly shoulder pats him.
Be blunt. That is the best way.
She just kind of shoulder pats you like, Pat, are you okay?
No, but I can be. And he just pulls out the old flask. Magic water. And I just take a swig.
A question, does Faye drink?
Yes.
She kind of looks down and away. She's just like shaking her head. In her mind, or she just says, that's not the best way to handle things. Maybe in the short term, but not the long term.
Oh, this isn't close to, like, me trying to handle it. This is just for the headaches. For what's wrong with me, that's that's out of my pay grade by a few commas, but
She kind of tries to like put her hand behind you and guide you towards the rest of the group, towards the front, back up the stairs.
Well, oh god, every part of me is fighting not to make the towel joke.
Oh god.
We're gonna get high.
But yeah, she tries to like kind of guide you just in case you have another moment.
I'll be fine. Well, no. It's not too bad, and usually I just gotta, stay away for whatever triggers it. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm still dragging the sword, and it is very obvious that I am, like I said, I'm very much built for speed, and like there's just lean muscle. There is nothing that indicates heavy lifting at all.
You should drop that. You can pick it up in the morning.
I'm not going back to sleep for one, and two, it is, and he struggles to lift it up and put it on his back, and you see as soon as he does, he starts slouching it. We'll get used to
it. She looks away a little bit, and you could almost hear laughter, if you will. It's a little funny. I would say like we're about an hour into our shift, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, she's gonna continue walking around after that little episode, but she still has it on her mind. So I would say shortly after, she'll ask him once again. Hopefully, he's a little bit clear-headed, where he heard that story from.
Okay. He's going to ask you, do you mind if we sit down for this?
Sure.
Cool.
Do we sit by the stairs, or I don't even know where we are.
Anywhere sitting is fine. So here's the thing. I don't want to get any hopes up, but everything I said to you, I was just repeating. That's nothing I myself know. That's more just I don't know if you call it a memory or a device, or just the random thing that happens to me every now and then. It's usually more voices bitching at me, but occasionally they give me advice or information, stuff like that.
She kind of looks down. She doesn't really know what to make of this, but just, I don't want to get my hopes up either. I mean, you said you're from Gula, so I'm sure you were told this bedtime story too.
What? I told this bedtime story?
You were not.
Actually, no. First time I've ever heard it.
There's a long sigh, and you see her reach behind her and start to remove wraps from her head.
You can see that one of his hands was actually palming one of the hilts of his daggers before he slowly takes it off.
Right. And you do
No offense to you, it's just I fell for that once before. Thought I was getting lucky in a fucking vampire.
Oh my god. She slowly starts to take off the wraps on her head. And as she starts telling you, my mom used to tell me and my brother about she used to tell me this story when I was much younger, much smaller. And it's been a long time since I've heard it. And she says that she reaches her face mask, which she pulls down. And I will send you... God, should I be mean and just send it to Merzis?
You can. Everyone else is asleep.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I haven't done anything yet, so I don't know.
Now I'm
The
nosy.
suspense. The
Like,
suspense.
oh my god, I got it! Oh god! He's the sin!
It's life
Oh my God!
changing.
It's Chastity! What the f...
You again.
Alright.
Mind you, this isn't 100% accurate, especially the armor part, but everything else is pretty accurate.
Okay, that makes sense. Brother, right?
Yes, she used to be told this story by, or she says I used to be told this story by my mother. She used to tell it to me and my brother back before she just kind of looks down at herself. I became
Everyone went to
this.
shit.
Yes.
I guess I'll ask. Were you not this always, or do you mean when you became this as you grew up?
After my mother was killed and my brother was killed, I had to learn how to survive on my own. At least until Faye found me.
No, I mean that makes sense. Like here in Gula, if you're an orphan, you gotta sink or swim or get dragged away.
You will notice on her mouth and kind of like along her throat, it looks like these two lines going down and then they meet at her throat, and they kind of almost look like some sort of seal. And as she talks, you can almost see like it almost looks like a siphon.
That's weird.
But it's clearly marked like a tattoo or something, indelible.
Right.
And when she did say, before I became this, she looked down and kind of like grabbed at her throat. I haven't heard anyone else say that. Maybe just... And she looks back, my sisters... Some of them remember it from their childhood, but It's been some time.
Sounds interesting. I never heard that one in my childhood. I had another one.
She kind of looks at you very seriously, or she's very serious now. Clearly, you value anonymity here. My sisters will more than likely not take kindly to others of your kind. We haven't had the best history.
And that's when he'll touch his face and realize that his face mask is pretty much gone. And he tries to play it off like he was just stroking his 6 o'clock shadow. Okay.
She will smile and giggle a little bit before she puts her mask back on and starts putting the wraps on again. And almost like as a kind gesture, see, now we both have a secret to keep. So now we can trust each other.
I mean, you're into trading secrets. This was when I was gonna, I assume myself if I was gonna go talk to Faye or something. So if you want an actual secret, I was planning on not telling you. I entered a tournament over in Wrath's territory, and I got shanghaied out of it by an insane tiefling to fight Fansky in a dream with Sid and his sister. Now, believe me if you want or don't, but that's one of mine.
She kind of looks at you quizzically, just, one of yours?
Oh, I assume that was what we were doing. Because you also know about and it taps his head. You can probably, assume, like I said, that info wasn't from me, but I'm the one who told you. It was from others.
Mm-hmm.
Then Paul, and he just points to his face. And then there's what I just told you. So, like I said.
And she just puts her hand up to her face, kind of like up to her chin, like
Now it's up to you to decide if I'm full of shit or not.
I suggest you keep the mask on your face. I suggest you keep it hidden when you do talk to Faye. And then she looks back. She quickly looks back. Or Meg.
Meg already saw me with that thing.
I
don't know if I was there to notice.
Meg did not notice, by the way. I did roll a perception check for her. She did not really look at you.
Then they did not. Well, I wouldn't know that. I assume they didn't.
Yeah.
So.
And she would. Oh. She would. I mean, she does say, if she had you, we would not be talking right now.
I think we'd be talking. I don't think, and maybe they might not be listening as much, but we still talk.
I don't know exactly why you're here, and it's hard to trust your friend or you when they say that you're here to take care of a sin.
If it helps, and I pull out the horn. This is the horn. Well, technically, it's my saxophone, but it's the horn it's the horn from Lust, the first one we killed. Sid has his head mounted in his shop. I took one of these for myself as a trophy, turned it into a horn. Lovely to remember.
She points at a random rock. That's the rock of Sisyphus. I have him chained up in my basement.
Oh, you're one of those. Nice. I have a few friends I can introduce you to, I think.
She just smacks her forehead hard. What the fuck? I'm saying, I don't know why you're here, and it's hard to trust. You could have gotten that horn anywhere. What I'm trying to say is...
Okay,
It's
I'm not
been a
asking for
long
your trust.
time. It's been a very long time since we've had outsiders come here and somewhat hold their own.
That's true pretty much everywhere else, just so it's not a shock if everyone tells you. That's kind of true where the other sins are as well. It's a meat grinder almost everywhere else. We're slowly, pulling the plug on it. Like I said, it is what it is. That is the Horn of Lust and Sexathon. Believe it or not, that's really not my problem. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, how much time we got until we gotta wake everybody up?
Pulls out sundial. My batteries aren't working.
Yeah, you gotta. There's a little sunspot over there. There's a crack in the wall. You can probably grab some.
No, but I also would like to know, because we have been walking and talking for a bit.
Yeah, at this one, it is getting closer to the end of your guys' watch. And Merz's. As the night starts to end and the sun starts to peek up over the horizon, you too feel something. It is a bite that you received on your arm. You start to feel this intense burn coming from it. And it starts off slow and then it builds up and then it almost feels like whatever bit you has now turned your arm and set it on fire.
I'm going to try and concentrate my lay on hands on this, just because. I mean, I know it's not a disease because of divine health. So this is something like a curse, maybe.
Or both.
Both is always both. A hybrid is always possible. So I am going to burn, I'm going to start at one point of lay on hands to see if it'll stop or, subside the burning.
And Moses, as you reach down to perform your lay on hands, it only takes the 1 point and you instantly feel this relief. As if someone just doused your arm in a bucket of water. And the burning is gone.
Oh, that was easy. Don't gotta look into that no more. As
You
soon as
must
it's
feel like
time to
hot
wake
shit
everybody
right
up,
now.
as soon as it's time to wake everybody up, I'm busting out the saxophone. I'm not actually playing a song, I'm just one very loud wake-up note.
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go.
If you want to sing along, you're more than welcome.
Absolutely not. She will, now that she's masked up again, she will go ahead and collect her other robes, if you will, and as the light starts to come in, her robe will start, dusting again, and once again, silent as can be.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. I'm just gonna start, waking everybody up by playing the old saxophone. It's time to get up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Heather's just gonna narrow her eyes at you. And
Here's the thing. He's not on the ground floor. He's not on the ground floor. He's actually up here. Just find him and move him. Yeah, here he is. He is up here on the second roof. Like a little balcony. So he can like essentially oversee you guys. And he's just playing.
Just gonna. Do we got a roll for this time, or?
No, I think with the saxophone playing, it does start to kind of wake up the girls, who in then turn with their noise starts to wake up everyone else. And it isn't long before the entire party is up and awake, thanks to the soothing tones of Marcy's saxophone.
If you guys have ever seen that video of the guy playing the saxophone near like the like a giant what was it, a pipe to like get the echo, that's what he's doing.
Haven't seen it, but I can imagine it.
Yeah,
I was just
as a backup.
imagining. He sounds like Galahorn. It's Gabriel.
Reverb.
Pretty much.
We'll do it.
All right, everybody up and about. The day is ours.
Yeah.
We didn't get murdered by giant dogs.
I think Eurus would go and talk to the other members of the team to ask how are we bringing them with us? Are we not bringing them with us? Do I kill them now?
No, don't kill them now. This will be Fruta speaking.
I just love killing.
Oh boy, here I go again.
And Anger does look a little disappointed at that, because you mentioned, can I kill them now? And she perked up a little bit. But once Fruta said no, she kind of got a little deflated.
Oh, poor girl.
Fruta will say, no, we'll take them to the base for now. And then we'll take them to go meet Faye.
Did you guys learn anything about them?
They seem nice. And then May kind of snorts.
And then she looks. She'll look down at Anger.
I think that guy, and she'll point at Moses, wants to boil.
Not in disguise, by the way.
Which is cool.
Why are you not in disguise?
Okay, hold on.
Because I told you, it's gonna come off one way or another.
She just told you. In fact, she's gonna get in the way. She's trying to do you a favor, my guy.
He doesn't know this. He just thinks you're exaggerating.
Roll me a deception check, please, Eurus.
Also, how am I supposed to play my saxophone if my face is covered?
You could not.
Well, that's not an option.
Not.
I got a straight 17. I have nothing to add to this.
Whew, all bad rolls. They don't notice.
Yeah, I would just say, like, when she points, she just makes the dust a little bit thicker in that area.
Let me just sidestep over here, turn Anger's up this way. But you do hear her go, I think he wanted to boil people, which sounded cool. Kind of want to try that.
She'll once again look down and, like, laugh a little bit. Yeah, he seems cool.
Meg just kind of rolls her eyes. So I think she's the only one that did not get along with her watch person. Her watchmate.
Yeah,
Meg,
so why?
Meg, you didn't kill anyone. I'm proud of you.
Not yet. Let's just
Is she
go.
looking at Hathor?
No. She's actually trying to avoid Hathor. Let's just go and get this over with. The sooner we can get rid of them, the better.
I don't know.
Let's unbarricade the door and get going, I guess.
Before leaving, she does say, I don't know. We've been fighting with this for a long time amongst ourselves, and we're still dwindling, and Faye is Faye right now. Maybe having some help could help.
I think the entire party just kind of looks at you a bit stunned. And Fruta looks a bit proud.
She'll just turn around I'm like she could just feel the eyes on her. What?
Anger will kind of speak up. Are you sure you're Eurus? Did you get swapped out at night? Did something happen? And then she starts kind of to like walk around you, as if she's trying to examine you to see if you're a doppelganger.
Starts poking you in certain places just to see him. No, you're real.
As she's walking around, she just makes her shield appear so she can bump into it.
Ow! Yeah, you're Eurus.
We should go now.
So, everyone starts to pack up. And Hruda will look to you three, Sidian, Hathor, and Merzus, who, as she looks over at you, Merzus, now without a distraction, you see her eyes go a bit wide for a second.
He's currently taking from his flask, so he's doing the 1 second thing.
Sorry, no big reveals. I got a drink.
Oh, that was refreshing as hell. Rosé, anybody?
Rose, you mother! Kill him on the
Necessarily,
spot.
I don't think so.
Later.
I have hard liquor in bottles, but that shit is, limited and for special occasions. This is the morning drink.
As you look at Hruda, you can kind of see a lot of thoughts going through her mind. But ultimately, she turns away from you, Merzus, and focuses on Sidian.
Yeah.
We'll take you to our base for now. And then you can go and meet Faye tomorrow and ask her whatever you need to ask her.
Is she not at your camp?
No.
I mean, battle plan's pretty simple. We get info on the Sin, track him, kill him, then we go home.
Really,
Back home to something.
Merzus, you're really a master of boiling things down to their bare essence.
That's all we've done for the last few months, isn't it? Tell me about your trip to use the portal. You went into that weird town that messed with you before you guys were able to see into the volcano and get to off.
Yeah, things were weird there, from.
I think Eurus would probably not say anything immediately until we started walking, but she would kind of go towards Hruda, considering what she just saw, just to kind of talk to her later while they're walking.
Question: the way to their camp, is that towards or away from the grave marker?
Towards.
Sweet.
Sandra.
Get to go see Reddington.
She will also turn back to him, right? And kind of gesture the movement of put your mask up.
Sid would want to check in with Hruda, because it seems like the one she was shooting looks over at Merzus, and then she looked over at him.
You're now the new target, Obsidian.
The new what?
You're the new target, or whatever. You're now the de facto leader because she is not dealing with me. I don't think she can be civil.
Yeah.
She
Come
does not
on.
like Hawthorne.
Use your Sidian charm to get her to understand.
What city and charm?
Just act like your
Ugh.
normal idiot self, my guy. She apparently
Just
liked that.
use your facts and logic. She'll love that.
Did you know otters will drown their
Actually-
kids as hostages when they want food from the mother? Fun fact.
I don't know what's so fun about that, but
That's just what he says to her.
oh no. But yeah, you guys pack up camp and start to head out, following behind this group of women. We will leave that for today, and we will pick up tomorrow with you guys arriving at camp.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Not tomorrow, next week. What am I talking about? Next week.
Oh, darn. We had an extra session. Got my
Woo!
hopes.
2 days in a row. Let's
God,
do
no,
it.
Listen, I gotta prepare some things. But,
You don't need to sleep.
Next
It's
week.
fine. I'll get you some coffee.
next week.
So we got the effects of a long rest, right?
Yes, you guys all long
Okay.
We got
rested.
a
You
long
guys
rest.
can mark that on your character sheet. Long rest done.
Question: did you guys talk to me about that weird? Wait, you guys didn't feel a pain sensation. You guys just felt hungry when you got bitten, right?
Yes, it's gonna try and find it. I mean, honestly, actually, I'll probably need to think about like what Sid would think would be the best way of either telling them or does he not tell them? I mean, we got a potential solution, so hopefully, I'm gonna think about that.
That is a good question. Very good question. Because, I mean, yours is completely oblivious to that. So, by the way, thank God, out of everyone in the group, Hruda
Yeah,
is
it
the
was
only one that
Hruda.
has the actual big picture here. And she's the only
Yeah.
one that's of somewhat sane mind. Thank Jesus.
Yeah.
Because Anger would have had to remind, if Anger knew, Anger would have had to remind people, once again, no relation.
Yeah, also definitely how we're gonna unpack the whole, because we're still on iffy terms. Sid's probably also like, if I just tell everybody, that's probably gonna lead to fighting and probably death. Don't know whose death, but somebody's death.
Definitely someone's.
Well, here's
Not
the thing. Why can't you ask questions? Like, this is something that happens. Shouldn't you be curious? Information? Ask, like, okay, what are the signs that someone's been bitten? If we're gonna, work here for a bit, let's go over the information. I need to know if, like, the person I'm walking next to starts, like, squeaking. I need to know that that's, they're turning into a zombie, not just they had a wild night last night.
Well, also, we've been
I've-
given minimal information about the whole situation here, with the explanation of, we'll tell you when we get to camp.
Yeah.
I do wish
You do wish?
I had done my watch with Hathor.
Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Next watch.
I mean, you can just, like, talk to her.
It's also true.
Yeah.
But not in private, though.
Yeah. And not to mention,
I mean, you can.
Meg might have been a little less pissed off at Mertz's, or like she would have been just as pissed off, but like for different reasons.
Okay, if she had found me, badly practicing with a greatsword, what would she have done?
Laughed. And then probably giving you some pointers.
That old Mertz's charm.
I
know,
would have
60% of the
graciously
time.
accepted those.
60% of the time it works. Every time.
Would have graciously accepted those pointers, graciously accepted them, and then definitely would have proceeded to fumble the bag.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the session.
It was great.
It was.
Feeling the.
I may have just taught this little murder, gnome how to boil people alive.
I'm sorry. What were you saying, Heidi?
All hot water is boiling.
Oh, it just said feeling the heat. Feeling the sting from
Oh, yeah.
Meg.
Oh, jeez. Watch. I can't. Part of me is like, God, I'm gonna have to fight Meg.